Lewis.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker, for the opportunity to make my maiden speech as the new Member of Parliament for Great Yarmouth. I congratulate my honourable friend for Dover, all the honourable members who have spoken and made their maiden speeches today, and such excellent ones they've been that it puts a great weight when you come at this stage in the day to speak and are very aware of what has been said before you. I'm also very, very conscious and aware of the history that Great Yarmouth has, and it seems very fitting in an ironic way to me that I make my maiden speech on a debate on Europe, bearing in mind some of the controversy that Great Yarmouth has enjoyed politically over the years, going back to the fact that we had members of Parliament signing the death warrant for King Charles I in Great Yarmouth, and I commend the museum in Great Yarmouth to members to find out more about that, through to its dissolution as a constituency in the mid-1900s for electoral questions and corruption, only to rise again, and more recently in its new formation. I'm the third Member of Parliament for the new style of Great Yarmouth, the first of whom was Michael Curtis. And this is why I come to the irony of speaking on a European debate, because Michael's views and his actions and his speeches on Europe and on the Maastricht Treaty are still notorious in Great Yarmouth and Norfolk, and I no doubt with some members here in the House. He was followed after his years of public service, and he still serves as a councillor for County Councillor for Norfolk in Great Yarmouth. He was followed by my direct predecessor, Mr Anthony Wright, who has also shown a huge amount of public service and deserves a great debt of thanks from myself and all the constituents of Great Yarmouth, and a recognition of the amount of time he put in as a councillor, council leader and as a Member of Parliament for Great Yarmouth, and built a great reputation with all of the residents there for being a very genuine, straight and friendly man to deal with, and did so much to represent so many charities across the constituency. And we do have a great deal of things to do in the constituency. It seems also fitting that I speak today when there's been so many people speaking from seaside and coastal resorts in a form of competition of who's got the best coastal town, and I'll put my pitch for Great Yarmouth as the second largest seaside town in the country right here and now. Tourism is a huge, important industry for us. It's worth getting on for £500 million a year to our economy, and that's important to Great Yarmouth, Norfolk and East Anglia. We have got more than most people realise. We've got a large chunk of the Norfolk Broads and rural villages to enjoy, architecture going back to ruins of Roman forts. We've got the links with Nelson, some fabulous museums, a racetrack, a dog track and a wonderful shoreline, that part of which is under threat from coastal erosion. It stretches from Winterton through Hemsby, Scrapby, Great Yarmouth itself, Gorleston and Hopton. And I will have work to do as a Member of Parliament to support the new government in what I will hope be its move to move us away from the bureaucracy and red tape that's led to report on report on report on coastal erosion, and actually get down to doing some work to protect our coastline and make sure that some of the communities in Great Yarmouth, working with my, I believe, right honourable friend and ally for North Norfolk, to make sure that we protect the coastline on the east of Norfolk more generally. We also do have to remember that tourism is an important industry for our country, and I hope to play my part in arguing the case for tourism. It's one of the most cost-effective industries in which to create more jobs, something we need in Great Yarmouth when at certain times of year we have way above average unemployment, we have one of the most deprived wards in the country, and we have much work to do to improve our infrastructure. One of my predecessors often joked that the nearest motorway to Great Yarmouth was on mainland Europe, and not too much has changed. So we do have work to do in that side. And it's work worth doing. And I was pleased to hear my right honourable friend, the Foreign Secretary, mention earlier the link with renewable energy through the green agenda and working with climate change and energy for the future, because it is an opportunity for Great Yarmouth. And I think the honourable member for Sunderland Central touched on this earlier with regard to her constituency. Great Yarmouth has got an opportunity to benefit from renewable energy, and actually working with my honourable friend for Waveney, we can work together for Lowestoft and Great Yarmouth to be an epicentre for renewable energy in our region for the country and in Europe. We have already got the experience in Great Yarmouth of working with the offshore oil and gas industry. We have got what was the largest offshore wind farm in Europe at Scrooby Sands, and a new offshore wind farm coming, and the opportunity potentially for marine energy and other renewables. We've got the experience and the expertise, and most importantly now, we have got a phenomenal new outer harbour, a new deep water port that can service this industry, not just through the supply chain and servicing it when it's built, but actually servicing it in terms of being a construction port. And I'll be playing my part, and I intend to play my part loudly, as I already have, talking to ministers, to make sure that Great Yarmouth gets a really good shot at delivering on some of those opportunities that come from this new industry, to protect and grow our economy, and indeed to protect and grow energy for our country in the future. We do have a wide diversity of business in Great Yarmouth, and the plans that the government has got to free up business and entrepreneurs is exciting for Yarmouth. We've got a real essence of entrepreneurship through the tourism industry. We've got businesses that range from supplying the potatoes that most of us eat, and the crisps we eat and the chips we eat, right the way through to companies supplying microchips to NASA and the MOD and other industries, right the way through servicing broadband and other areas. We have got a diverse, exciting constituency, and I've got a phenomenal job ahead of me to make sure that I deliver on the trust and the faith the people of Great Yarmouth have put in me, and to follow those who have gone before, to make sure that we take advantage and grip with both hands the opportunities that are there for Great Yarmouth, and I intend to play my part in doing that, and hope I play a small part in moving Great Yarmouth forward, and hopefully through that helping our country grow in the years ahead. Thank you.